someone has been.
Because I was a child, I did not feel much. But my parents, they felt very sad. Both of my parents started to pinpoint at each other. Eventually, they separated because of me.
My mother, she don't want me to ride a bike. But I know how to drive. I can do anything. There's nothing too hard to learn. Having a lot of negativity in mind, like, I can't do this, I can't do that, that's not helpful. Me, I can do whatever I want. Even if my mother don't want me to ride, I can drive. I'm free to decide for myself.
Twawulira twalaba nti tayogera ne tunyolwa kiki omwana obutayogera kakati ne batugamba nti ako kanyata kekamukutta olulimi ne tumutwala ne bagamba akanyata ako bakasaza lusanja olusanja olwo ne luleetebwa ne kasalibwa era tiyagira ki tiyayogera n'okutuusa ku ssaawa ya kaakati.
A woman named Julia Lule gave birth to 2 children who are deaf. It was a big challenge by that time since there were no schools. So she requested the king to travel to UK to learn about deafness. When she came back, she opened a school for the deaf and started the Uganda Society for the Deaf. Myself, I joined in 1968. By that time, we were not allowed to use sign language. The teachers would force us to speak. We used to hide at the toilets just to be able to sign. If they got us signing, they beat us. It was like this until 1990. Then things started to change. Then teachers were all allowed to use sign language. This was how Uganda Sign Language started.
Florence really changed me. When I met her, I also joined the Sign Theatre, as well as I learned the ICT. It was Florence who made all this possible. She led me to a lot of different places and helped me learn all the skills I know. With theatre, we travel to the north, to the west, to the east. I take her as my mother. She has made me who I am, and I feel proud because of her. I feel fond about being deaf. I'm not different. Tell me, what's the real difference? We are the same. We are free.
And we are just as you are. Right now, many deaf people believe in themselves and believe that we have rights, but that's mostly in town. But in the village, at the grassroots, it is different. Who is there to sensitize them? This is the reason to why we started the theatre, to sensitize the deaf people who have never gone to school, so that through theater they will be able to get knowledge. We need to give the young generation the skills to push for their rights. Some people think that if I have AIDS and then have sex with a girl child who has any kind of disability, I'll be cured. This is a big reason as to why HIV has spread so fast among the deaf people. Because of our disability, a lot of men think they can defile or rape us. So many of the cases I'm working with are rape to women and children who are deaf. We have been advocating in courts of law to make sure that the culprits have been imprisoned.
When I dance, I feel peace. I feel free. I feel good in my body and my mind. I can feel myself within that beat. I do work, but I don't necessarily have a real job. I mean, I'm not employed, but I try to survive. I have a various of talents and knowledge. For example, I can do different electric jobs, works within houses, or climb the high voltage line. I was doing that kind of job for about 2 years, but then my contract was done and I was fired. So now I have a small business instead. At home I got a game console and a small TV. The neighbor children, they pay a 500 shilling coin to play for 30 minutes. I get a little money to pay for food, but that's not really enough. It's just to keep me going. I can also dance. I have connections with the hearing people, and they call me when there is a performance in which I can join. I get some money, but it's still nothing I can depend on.